Welcome to Talk of the Town, everyone. We're so glad you're joining us. Are you ready to have fun?
Well, we're always ready to have fun and try something new as well. And we prove that on every show. Marie and I are always up for a good challenge, so why not spend a day with a bomb squad? How's that for a challenge? Let's see if we can blow something up.
Oh, that was definitely an action-packed day.
It was.
Followed up by our celebration of Better Sleep Month. Do you have trouble sleeping?
You know what? I'm one of those lucky people that I don't have trouble sleeping. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm out.
Me too. We are lucky, very lucky. Well, we went to a sleep center where people who do have problems can get evaluated. We went through the paces to show you how to get on the path to a better night's sleep.
Well, and we have a delicious treat for our viewers thanks to Stroudsmoor Country Inn. In honor of moms everywhere, we're going to enjoy desserts and some fabulous drinks designed to celebrate Mother's Day. And we're going to learn how to make them.
All right. At the end of this month, we also observe Memorial Day. What is the real reason for this day, and what should we be thinking about on Memorial Day? We bring in some vets and a mom who lost her hero son while he was serving our country. They'll give us the proper focus.
That's great. And we have a surprise. Marie and I visited a wig shop in East Stroudsburg called Hair Alternatives. And you can just imagine how much we laughed trying on all those wigs.
It makes me laugh just to think about it. That's right,
It
we
sure
laughed
does.
so much that day. But there is also a serious side to wigs. A good wig can boost the morale of a cancer patient because if you look good, you feel even better.
Well, that's right, you sure do. And Marie, did your mom ever make you do this?
Yes, when I was a teenager.
Ooh, very good. Well, it's the path to better posture.
Yeah.
May is Correct Posture Month, and there's lots of things we can do to improve our posture at any age. So we bring in an expert to give us some posture do's and don'ts. And do you think that maybe, just maybe, he's going to mention our shoes?
If I were a betting person, I would say yes. Well, in addition to those in-studio posture tips, we also decided to get moving this month with a posture-improving workout. It's yoga. Watch as Kim and I join a yoga class at Jim Thorpe Arts in Motion. Some of the poses may not look that tough, but believe me, if you focus and breathe, your body will be shaking.
This will be interesting.
Try to get your heels as close to your hips as you can and sit up nice and tall. Keep your spine nice and long, stay tall, and slowly come down. And just let your arms out to the sides, and close your eyes, and focus on your breath.
There's so many facets, I think. You know, you get strength and flexibility, and then just that super calming, sort of chill part of your day.
I was having lots of back trouble. It was affecting my life, my job, everything, my entire quality of life. And I was pretty much begging my doctor. I was taking a lot of medication, and my doctor, I was begging him. I was like, tell me, what is it? Surgery? What will cure it? And he said, well, there's one thing, pretty much, and it's yoga, because the strengthening of your muscles in your spine and in your midsection actually holds your spine up better.
Keeping that, start to lift your sternum up. Just shoulders and sternum.
You probably look around the room and say, oh, I see tension in their shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, she's talking to me. And you're like, she must have been looking at me. She probably was looking at 5 of us.
I love it when I say something and I see,
and you see
everybody in the room like
is that very
change their
rewarding?
bodies, and I'm like, yes.
That's my job, right? Yeah, that's
what I'm saying is working.
Is for the time that I'm here, I'm not thinking about anything else except what my body is doing for that particular 3 minutes. Or it's the only time when I'm checking in with my breathing. It's the only time when I'm aware of how much jaw tension, how much neck tension that I hold during the day. She always has to come and adjust my neck and my head because it's always and I don't realize it.
I know Maya is such a great teacher. Her teaching skills, it just transforms over to this class, and she's so thorough and yet gentle, and able to, bring it across so nicely that it makes it easy.
She's really good with like verbally talking you through
Yes.
everything.
Talking you through.
Like she'll say things like, "Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth." I'm like, "How'd you know?"
Exhale.
Since I started doing yoga, I haven't had any back trouble whatsoever. I haven't taken any of the medications, and it's pretty amazing.
Don't be afraid, like, if you've never tried anything before, any kind of exercise, because she gives you a pose for whatever level you're at. Like, you can really challenge yourself, or if you're feeling a little off somewhere, you don't have to push it.
What I like most is that every time I come to class, I can find something that I know I've improved a little bit on, but then I also learn something new.
I was just focusing on doing it right, so I didn't have time to think about all those other things.
You were concentrating on
meditating.
on the pose, on what you were doing.
I just wanted to do it right and not fall over.
You did great.
Yeah. Both doing handstands against the wall.
I can't believe it's your
And
first.
thank you all for letting us bombard your yoga class. You're great. We had fun. I had fun.
I thought it was fabulous. I loved it.
I mean, I feel very good right now. Just very relaxed and very,
A huge thanks to Maya and everyone in our class, especially Rachel, who owns Jim Thorpe Arts in Motion. They have a full and wide-ranging class schedule that will get you moving.
And we have a gift for one lucky viewer, a free class card for 5 yoga classes with Maya at Jim Thorpe Arts in Motion. Just like the proper photo on our Facebook page for your chance to win. Good luck. Now, Kim, remember, it is Better Posture Month. Grab your
boy.
book and let's go. All right, here we go. We're traveling across the studio to meet our guest, Gary Higgins, the Director of Rehabilitation at Blue Mountain Health System. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary. I can't believe we did it, Marie.
I know.
I'd give you a high five, but I'm afraid.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. And I'll tell you, the book on your head, that's a great way to demonstrate good posture. And we're going to be talking about good posture in sitting, standing, and lifting today.
Mom knew what she was talking about.
Yes, she did.
Right.
So what do you think about the shoes, though?
Well, I'll tell you, the high heel shoes, I've got to tell you, from a physical therapy standpoint,
You hate 'em.
I hate them. And,
We knew it.
And they're
But
just,
aren't they pretty?
yeah, they are. They really are. As long as you don't have to walk in them too many hours in a day.
Okay, so that's the key.
But
All right,
they're
everybody
so
sit
cute.
down, but sit up straight.
Absolutely.
Sit up straight. All right, so Gary, tell us, why is posture important?
Well, as a physical therapist, I see a lot of patients with back pain every day. And posture is important because spinal health is important. And good posture in sitting, standing, and lifting is important to protect the ligaments in the back, the muscles in the back, and the spinal discs. And good posture is a good step towards preventing back pain and back injury.
Let's talk about back injury because it's a pretty common thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Back injury, there's some pretty alarming statistics out there. OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, and the U.S. Department of Labor has some data out there, and some of that data is this, and it is alarming. 80% of people at some point in time in their lives will incur some type of serious back pain. Another remarkable data point is 20% of work-related injuries are related to back pain. Back pain is the #1 reason why people are hurt at work, and or actually I should say 20% of injuries at work are back related. And
You're grumpy when your back hurts.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had some back issues. They don't go away easily, and you don't feel good.
No, it really interferes with your ability to go to work, to enjoy your personal lives, and in physical therapy, we not only treat the back pain, but we also concentrate on teaching our patients how to prevent back pain from happening again. That's
Yeah.
a big part of physical therapy.
Well, let's stand up, and you start with telling us good standing posture. Okay,
sure.
Gary?
Yep.
Good standing
Here we go.
posture,
Now,
here we go.
Yep. Now, well, we're going to talk about standing, sitting, and lifting posture. Let's start about standing.
Okay.
Standing posture. And again, we want to not do this. Forward shoulder, forward
My mother
head,
would be like,
slouched over.
"Stand up straight, stand up straight."
Absolutely.
Put that book on your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I'm just facing sideways, and the key need a good posture, it all starts with the low part of your back. You want to keep your low part of back in the concave.
There's an arch there.
Yep, a little bit of an arch, and your back a little bit of an arch. You want to keep your head upright and your shoulders back in a neutral position, maybe slightly retracted, and head up straight. If I were to draw a line on a plumb line, and you see these in physical therapy books, you would want to have a straight line going from the top of your head through your ear, through the middle of your shoulder, down to the middle of your hips, and down to the middle of your legs. That's good standing posture.
Okay, so sitting. Now we
Sitting posture. That's another topic in itself. A lot of people do a lot of work at home, at their computers, at work. Yes, yes. And you're gonna see people sitting
Or
at their
like
computers
this.
like this,
Yeah,
with a
that's probably a
slouched,
bad one.
reaching forward at the
Yeah,
keyboard
everybody's
for
like this.
hours with a foot with a forward head position. Just some quick tips to help reduce back pain for people that have work at desks, either in the workplace or at home. Number one, it all starts with the chair. An adjustable height chair is key to keep your feet flat on the floor.
Yeah, we all have that.
You want a nice lumbar support
Marie,
in
you're
your
lowering
chair.
yours just a
Yep,
little.
I'm
yep.
lowering it just to make it the proper angle, I think,
Proper
right, Gary?
angle.
That's the proper
Proper
angle.
angle should be a right angle
Right
at your
angle.
knees,
See, I need it lower.
a right angle at your
Mine's
hips,
good.
and a right angle at your arms.
So if
your
your
arms
desk
should be
were
right at your
here,
hip.
it should be right here.
Exactly. And your desk, your keyboard should not be too far and forward. It should be right here, so you don't have to reach for it, so you don't have shoulder strain. The keyboard should also be at arm level, so you don't have to bend your wrists up too high to reach a high keyboard, or too low keyboard will cause your wrist to bend constantly, and that can cause carpal tunnel too, wrist problems. Eye strain is a big thing too. Make sure your computer screen is slightly below 10 or 15 degrees below horizontal of your eyes, so you don't have eye strain. One last thing, if you do a lot of work in your workplace, suppose you compose a lot of documents, type a lot of documents, have a document holder right next to your screen, not down here at your desks, so you don't have to look up and down thousands of times a day. That can cause neck pain or even headaches or eye strain.
Yeah.
Have that document holder right next to your computer screen. Just a few tips that could help with sitting posture and prevent back pain. Great.
Wonderful. That's great. Okay, so talk about good lifting tips, because a lot of
We have
people
some-
lift wrong.
We
Here we
have
go,
my,
we
we
have
have
some
my
stuff here.
famous lifting crate and my famous wooden dowel with my therapy weight. This
I
is
was
very,
wondering what that stuff was for.
Yes, yeah, we're not gonna beat anybody with that wooden dowel. That actually has a
But
has
we
a
could
therapeutic
probably.
it actually has a therapeutic purpose. Let's
Okay,
get
so
up
go
and let's show your viewers some basics about lifting and how to protect your back and prevent back stress using proper lifting technique. Number one, I'll just put this back here for now. When you have to lift something, make sure the weight is reasonable for you to lift. Number two, make sure the weight when you lift it is close to your body. And the old saying, lift with your legs, not your back, is
Absolutely.
still true.
Always
It
true. Our
really
body
is.
is the same, right?
Yep, absolutely. So again, always lift an object close to your body. Make sure it's reasonable, a weight for you to lift. Bend your knees, keep your back straight, head up, shoulders up. Get a good firm grip on the object, and again, head and shoulders up and lift up close to your body. You don't want to bend forward at the waist like this
Because
and
that
lift
puts all the
something up.
strain down on your low back, and that's where the problem starts, right?
Absolutely. Avoid forward bending. Avoid reaching out for objects. And I brought my wooden dowel, my trusty weight for a reason. I demonstrate to my patients this concept of avoiding reaching forward when you have to lift an object or avoid forward bending. And what we do,
All right, you showed
Yes.
this to me. Let Kim
Yes,
hold.
yes,
Let Kim
let
hold
Kim
that
hold it.
because I saw this already.
Kim,
so I want her to
pretend
see.
your wrist. Hold it down on your side. Pretend your
Okay.
wrist is your back.
Okay.
And hold this out straight with this 6-pound weight on. Normally that's a piece of cake to hold it out straight. It really should be.
Yeah, okay.
Now, to demonstrate how important it is not to reach out for a weight or an object and keep your back straight,
Here
the
we go.
further a weight out is, even a foot away from you, if you reach for it. Now,
Good. Let's see if I drop
yes.
it.
Okay.
It's going down.
It's going down, and that's a lot more stress on your wrist, and therefore would be a lot more stress on your back. It's all about physics. So remember, lift the object close to your body. Avoid bending forward at the waist.
All right, so all the things we talked about today, obviously the more you practice good posture, those muscles get stronger, they hold everything the way they should. There are some things, you have some tips for people who do work at desks
At
or,
desk.
what should we be doing
Yes.
to help develop those muscles
Right.
and relax ourselves?
Right. 2 good exercises to do for desk working people that do a lot of desk work, a lot of computer work, are this. Avoid sitting at your desk for more than an hour. Get up and walk around. Go to the water cooler. take a break, just walk around for 60 seconds. And while you're walking around, here's 2 good exercises to do. Because we sit down and we work at a computer a lot, sometimes we're reaching forward.
Yeah, we get to
Even
this
though we try to
position.
stay up straight, we're still reaching forward. Get out of that position and do some shoulder retraction exercises. Just squeeze your shoulder blades together. You can even bring your arms up slightly and do a pectoralis stretch, okay? Do 4 or 5 of these every hour. And also, so you're getting out of that forward flex position. And also, one other good exercise to do is a slight back bend. Just stand up at your workstation and do 4 or 5 slight back bends.
Yes.
That's
I
also
crack
good
my
to
back.
do. That's also good to get
Is
out
it
of that
okay if
flex.
you crack?
That's fine.
Okay.
Usually that's,
It just means that you needed to.
yeah.
All right, and sitting down, you have an exercise to show sitting down too?
Yes, well, sitting down, you also, sometimes, again, your neck needs to be stretched a little bit. So again, just a nice, easy forward stretch with your own hand on your head. Hold that for about 4 or 5 seconds, and then back up. Do a couple of them throughout the day to stretch your neck out. One last tip, when you're sitting in a chair, if your chair doesn't have a nice lumbar support as this one does, sort of, put a rolled towel back there and keep your low back in an arched position. That arched position is the key to helping with maintaining good posture when you're sitting. You'd be surprised. Keep a rolled towel back there for about 10 or 15 minutes. That'll help you keep your shoulders upright, your head upright, and your low back in a forward arched position. Your spine likes that natural balanced position.
My husband does that while driving in the car. So is that a good thing for the car as well?
Absolutely. And believe it or not, I've done this in my vehicle many, many times to relieve back pain and back stress.
All right, well,
Roll
Gary,
a simple roll towel.
thank you very much for all of the tips you gave us today.
You're
Hopefully
welcome, Marie.
everybody at home tried those exercises with us, right?
Thank you.
You're
We
welcome,
hope so.
Kim.
Well, you stay right where you are. Next, we head out of the studio and things get a little explosive. Welcome back to Talk of the Town, everyone. We are a little bit out of our comfort zone today.
That's right. We're dealing with a topic that's literally explosive. We're going to be doing some training with the Bethlehem Bomb Squad. And Marie, you're even in combat boots. I think you're ready.
I am ready.
I have no idea how this is going to go. But maybe they'll let us blow up something.
Maybe they will. Cool.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little crazy to do this?
Adrenaline junkie.
Well, yeah, the adrenaline junkie comes into play a little bit. I mean, how can I answer that?
You can admit it.
It is fun when something, when you're in training or, and you do something intentionally that makes things go boom. It's fun. I can't deny that. It is fun. But on the other end of the spectrum, it's a lonely walk. When you're the bomb technician going downrange on a suspicious item, there's a lot going through your head, and it's a very lonely walk.
What do you think about? Have you had that experience?
Personally,
Yeah.
I pray. I say a prayer before I go down, and I thank God every time I come back.
We're used to seeing bombs in movies. Cut the red wire, no, the blue wire, the yellow one, oh, which one? And they always guess it right, or at least they usually guess it right. How is what you do so much different than what we see on television and in the movies?
The only way, that would be a hand enter. That's what we call hand entry. The only way we would do that is if it was strapped to somebody, to a being that's alive. Beyond that, we try to do a lot of things remotely to keep us safe, so we can go back to our families. I keep mentioning that because that's a very important thing to us.
This bomb team is from the Bethlehem Fire Department and serves 8 counties with lots of high-tech gadgets to accomplish their missions. Their robot, nicknamed Wayne, has a $300,000 price tag and the ability to maneuver and retrieve or destroy suspected explosives.
It's a pretty expensive piece of equipment, but it's everybody always asks if it's bomb-proof, and I tell them it's not bomb-proof, but it's more bomb-proof than I am. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Our first mission, operate the robot and retrieve a suspicious package.
If we were to have to transport a device or something suspicious to another area away from the general public, we would use this particular piece of equipment.
So I'm guessing Wayne, the robot, would bring something in and put it in here, and then you'd close it up?
Yep, close it up, and then it'll actually contain a classified amount of explosives.
On to our next mission, blow up a suspect device.
We've got our gear on and we're ready to detonate a bomb.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Mission Impossible might just be our next assignment. X-ray a suspicious backpack wearing Kevlar-enforced bomb squad gear, weighing in at 100 pounds, and just walking is a workout.
That is the shortest bomb tech I've ever seen.
It's definitely not going to be a good hair day. This is the most weight I've ever carried. I feel like I'm in solitary confinement.
Ugh. That's like weightlifting. A new respect for the bomb squad.
Absolutely. A big thank you to the Bomb Squad from the Bethlehem Fire Department for allowing us to spend a day training with them, and also to the Regional Counterterrorism Task Force, the organization responsible for purchasing close to $1 million worth of equipment for the bomb team.
It's nice to know that the Bomb Squad is ready for any trouble, but we'll hope things stay quiet. Stay with us, because Kim and I get some brand new looks when Talk of the Town comes right back.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town, everyone. We've got a fun segment planned for you now.
We do.
Have you ever heard of wig parties?
No,
Well-
I've never been invited to a wig party.
Well, maybe you will be now. It's a new thing, and people are just trying to have some fun and maybe do something a little different. So they're changing their hair color, probably something like that.
Yes, you can have a lot of fun with wigs, going completely different styles, different colors, making yourself somebody completely brand new.
And I'm not even sure what color that is, but it would probably look really good on you.
It's a cool color, I like it.
Yeah, and there's also another side to wigs, a very serious side, because there's a lot of people who get sick, lose their hair, and wigs actually help them to feel better.
Feel better and look like they used to look, or even find a new look. But a lot of times people don't even know they have a wig on.
That's right. We're going to do all of that, and we're going to try some wigs on.
That's right. We're at Hair Alternatives in East Stroudsburg. Let's get started.
What I'm doing first is putting on a wig cap.
Comfy.
Comfy. It makes the wig stay on better, so it doesn't move around.
And Zach, you can't look at the fact that it's making my ears stick out.
Right. No. Put it on from the front, and then really tuck you in underneath.
Cute and sassy and bouncy.
How cute is that, Haley? I'm gonna put the wig cap on you as well.
She looks pretty.
We're like swishing my brain. I know. It's like interesting to see what I'd look like bald. It's very attractive. I'm very attractive bald, aren't I?
You look like a movie star. Marilyn Monroe with longer hair.
So I tried to get wigs that look similar to you.
Okay.
Even though this is a little lighter and this one's a little bit lighter, but to show you the bounciness, the versatility of the wigs. But we're going to try you in other colors and then maybe switch these up a little bit.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
I'm ready to go fishing.
I think I'm speechless.
Cheese.
Tell us about the wig parties.
Okay, the wig parties. That's something that started a couple of years ago. I had a few teachers from the Mount Pocono, Stroudsburg area that wanted to have a women's get-together in the evening, on a Friday evening. And they tried on all kinds of wigs. We had goodies for them and all types of food and little goodie baskets for them to take home. And it's just a bunch of ladies getting together, having a great time.
Just like we're doing today,
Like
right?
we're doing today.
All right, on my rebellious day, I'm gonna come and do the news with this wig on. What do you think news viewers would think?
I feel like this makes me look like someone else.
Me as a blonde. Sassy.
But it's so big, so much hair. It's like Dolly Parton big hair.
It's a lot of hair.
I don't know, we look like we could be related maybe.
There is a serious side to Linda's wigs. She helps cancer patients through the American Cancer Society's Look Good, Feel Better program.
We teach them how to accessorize with their wigs, with their turbans, how to put on eye makeup, their lipstick, their foundation. It's really a great program to look good, feel better. You just call the American Cancer, they'll let you know. It's every month, usually on a Monday afternoon or a Monday evening at the hospital. And it's just a fun get-together with ladies and hairdressers.
I had started losing my hair after weight loss surgery. So I wanted to come in and just feel better about myself. 2 weeks after picking up my first wig from Linda, I was diagnosed with breast cancer and found out through my treatments I would be losing my hair completely. So it was a godsend to be able to find her. I became familiar with the wig process before I absolutely needed it, and now very comfortable wearing them. But now when I want to wear a wig, I have a number of them that I can choose from. And if I'm going out, I'll decide, oh, I want the long dark one, or I want the straight lighter one. You throw it on and you go.
You don't have a magenta one though, do you?
I don't, and I love that one. I might have to get that one.
See, it would look very cute on you too. I'm thinking nothing wrong with a good magenta wig.
Absolutely not.
How important do you find that hair is to somebody who's going through something like cancer?
Yeah, very important, because a woman is defined with her hair, and you know, as opposed to a man who could walk around with no hair, a woman cannot. So hair is very important to a woman.
I came before I lost my hair, and they were able to fit me with a wig that was, I had bought two at that time, one dark and one blonde, so I could be two different people. More fun. But so Linda was very helpful. And one good thing I have to say about Linda is that she's honest. She's not a salesperson who's trying to make money and things that's really nice. She'll say, oh no, that one's not good. She's just very honest, which is helpful, even though I always bring my entourage. When I left here the day that I bought this, I was so happy, and I just had a new spring in my step and a new attitude, and just because I hadn't been feeling very happy lately, so that day I really felt happy. I felt happy, and I felt like a woman again, and I felt desirable and a little attractive.
Well, we had lots of fun at Hair Alternatives in East Stroudsburg today. Lots of colors, lots of styles.
I love my new look.
Me too. I'm Kim Bell.
And I'm Marie John.
Whatever you do, be the talk of the town.
One lucky viewer has a chance to win a gift bag from Hair Alternatives in East Stroudsburg with lots of goodies and a $25 gift certificate. Just like the correct photo on our Facebook page for your chance to win.
celebrate moms everywhere, our friends at Stroudsmoor Country Inn are here to share some delicious recipes for drinks that mom will love on her special day or any other day.
That's right. Linda Perrone-Fort is the Director of Event Operations, and Teresa Delana is the Dining Room Manager and the Mixologist. Thank you both for coming out. We
You're
are
welcome.
so excited.
Thank you for inviting us.
In addition to the drinks, you have filled the table with beautiful desserts. I'm hungry just looking at them.
They are absolutely beautiful.
Well, we hope you'll enjoy them.
Tell us a little bit about Stroudsmoor Country Inn and about the food, because I love the food.
Well, we feature very wonderful buffet dining as well as a la carte dining. And for Mother's Day, we have a very special Mother's Day buffet and a family-friendly buffet so that those people who are bringing lots of children can come and enjoy some really great food as well in our Terraview venue.
And what we're doing today, which I think is just perfect, it's a drink to go with each dessert.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. All right, Teresa, let's get started.
Sure.
Tell us what you're going to make here.
All right,
as
we
you
are
get
going
started.
to make a pretty woman drink, which will go well with a white chocolate raspberry torte. And let me show you how to make it. Okay, we're going to need 2 ounces cake flavored vodka.
Cake flavored vodka?
It tastes exactly like a cake batter. I'm gonna put a little extra because we're going to do more than one.
A little extra because Kim and
A little
Marie
bit.
really need to drink. Is that what you're thinking?
Then we are going to have 1 ounce of whipped cream flavored vodka.
Wow, okay, so now we're pulling out the good stuff
Yes,
today.
1 ounce or so.
Or so.
Maybe a little more.
I love how mixologists kind of just do that.
Yes.
That's good.
Little bit, yeah.
Then we're going to have a fresh strawberry puree added to our mixture. Okay.
I'm liking it already.
Yes.
Oh, it's very good. Okay, and then we can add some heavy cream. Okay, now we're going to shake everything. All right.
Make a little mess. That's okay.
Yes, tiny bit. Well, that's okay. And we're going to go like this. And it comes out this pretty pink color.
Oh, absolutely. Pink's my favorite color, and I
Oh,
bet you a lot of moms' pink favorite color.
Okay, so we have 2. We are going to have a little bit of whipped cream on each one. And then what you can do to garnish the drink, you can put fresh raspberry on a straw.
Very pretty.
Oh, very pretty.
Okay.
Very pretty.
And actually, the drink does get filled to the top.
Yes.
And the whipped cream goes
We made
like
mini,
this.
mini ones for today.
Yes, this is the low-fat version. Okay. At the end, we don't do anything low-fat.
Right. So this would be full.
Hard
Just
healthy,
high
but
taste.
not low-fat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, salute. Let's
There
try
you go.
these.
And I'm on the wagon.
You're
so.
okay. Well, you're going to cut the cake, right?
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Mother's
let's
Day.
cut the cake
before we try these.
try these.
Yes.
So
Let's have a taste of this cake too.
Tell us
All right.
tell us about this cake.
It has layers of white cake, of raspberry mousse, of fresh raspberry preserves, and then it's covered in white chocolate ganache and white chocolate curls. And this is a special cake for Mother's Day, but if it goes over well and lots of moms ask for it, it will be on the menu all the time.
And that would be like on your Sunday brunches that you have every week?
Yeah.
Tell us about those.
Absolutely. Teresa, you want to take it on the brunch, or would
Sure.
you like me to?
Every Sunday we have our brunch, which starts at 9:30 a.m. and it goes all the way up to 1:30. We have a wonderful buffet. We have a soup and salad bar with a homemade bisque in the morning. We have our lox and caviar bar. 8 entrees. We have a
Thank you.
fluffy eggs and omelets. You can have eggs Benedict. Our famous turkey croquette. It's a little Thanksgiving in one little croquette. And on a carving board we feature roasted ham and York strip steak. Your kids can have Belgian waffle, pancakes, any kind of goodies that they want from the kitchen. And if you come 11 o'clock, champagne, Bloody Mary, or mimosa will be on us.
Wow,
Yeah,
those are
that's wonderful.
a ton of choices. Nobody's going to come and not find something.
Absolutely.
That
And nobody's going to leave hungry either.
No, but you need to make sure that you save some room for dessert because we have a large selection of desserts that we serve with our brunch.
Oh, absolutely. This looks beautiful.
This looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, so what do you try first, the drink or the cake?
I will go with the bite of the cake and then after go with it.
All right, well,
Let me show you.
Yeah, you show us.
Let me show you.
We know
all right?
you know how. There's no real wrong
Let
way
me
to
show
do
you.
this, right?
What do you think?
Oh my God.
Very, very good.
Oh, it's perfect together.
Wow. Light and whippy, both of them, like kind of just soft and sweet.
And one of each, and you just want to sit back, relax, and enjoy your Mother's Day.
The perfect thing for mom. The perfect thing for mom. Okay.
Delicious.
And so if you're a chocolate phenom, like Marie and I both are, we love our chocolate.
Oh, then the next one will
It's
be your
gonna be
favorite.
All right, let's go on to the next one now.
I don't want to put this down.
We'll eat it later.
I know.
Okay, then let's go with the chocolate drink. Hopefully we won't spill this.
That's all right. You've never
Okay.
seen me mix drinks.
All right, now we have our triple chocolate tortini, which is very, very good. And if you love chocolate, this one will be perfect for you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring back our cake vodka.
Okay.
Sounds like we all need to buy a bottle of that cake vodka because it has a lot of uses.
If you smell this vodka, it reminds you when your mom used to bake cake and whatever was left on the bottom of the bowl when she was making it. That's the way it tastes. Smell it. Doesn't it?
Yep.
It smells exactly the same.
Yeah.
With a
Okay.
little bit of vodka going on
Tiny
there.
bit. Then we're going to have a little bit actually of Kahlua right here. We're going to give a little bit of a coffee taste. I'll give that rich taste.
Yeah, that's good.
And just to make sure that we have our dipped chocolate flavor, we're going to go with the dark cream de cocoa. Now you say you love chocolate.
Yes.
Okay, so, what
So
we
she's
can
going to
do-
keep going.
Absolutely.
Keep going with the chocolate.
A little bit of
Good old
chocolate syrup.
Hershey's from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Can't go wrong.
And then we can go with a little bit of heavy cream to make it richer.
Okay. Okay.
Let's shake it.
Shake, rattle, and roll.
All right. Okay, now we can go straight to our martini glasses right here. All right, go right. One.
She's a dangerous woman.
I was going to
isn't
say,
she?
that looks dangerous to me.
No.
You're doing very well.
Whoops.
We jinxed you.
I know. But that's okay.
That's okay.
We have plenty, and we can always make more. Okay, now you want to garnish with, because you all need a garnish, with a little bit of whipped cream.
Oh, just a little, huh?
Tiny bit. Well,
Yeah.
you can put more if you want to. Okay, and then some milk chocolate chips, just to give it that little bit.
Oh, it looks pretty.
You ask for chocolate, I'll give you chocolate.
Yes,
That's
you
right.
will. And it
Here
looks
we
pretty.
go.
Very pretty.
Okay.
We're
Now
going to pair
this goes with the cake too.
Yes.
This is a triple chocolate torte, and it's made with chocolate cake, a layer of white chocolate mousse, a layer of milk chocolate mousse. It's covered in dark chocolate ganache. Excuse my fingers here. And it's then drizzled with white chocolate, and it's covered in white chocolate chips.
It's so extravagant. It's so delicious, and all those things together. I don't know that anybody would want to make this at home because it just seems like it's so labor intensive that you
Well,
definitely
they-
want to come out to Stroudsmoor and try it.
Absolutely, they don't have to. They just come to
Absolutely,
our bakery,
right.
and we will bake it for them.
Stroudsmoor in town.
Tell
is-
us about that because that's
Okay.
something that's separate from the actual inn.
We do. It's located on Broad Street in Stroudsburg, and that's where all of these things come from. We make all kinds of wonderful treats like the Fruit of the Forest cake, which is lady fingers filled with white cake and custard and all fresh berries.
Looks delicious.
We have our personalized Mother's Day cards. You can have anything written on them that you'd like for Mother's Day. And of course, we're a bakery for all seasons.
Very nice.
All right, let's sample this. I'm
Okay.
going crazy
Okay.
just looking at it.
Here we go. Here's another fork here.
There you go, Teresa.
You go first. I had this many times. Many times.
But you're anxious to try it again, right?
I guess it's always like the first time you taste it.
Chocolate. Yum, yum, yum.
Now, make sure you have a taste of your martini. Cheers. Happy
Cheers.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
That's right.
Wow, that's some chocolate.
Very good with the chocolate.
Oh my.
I'm glad you like it.
I love it.
Delicious.
I don't know which I love more, the chocolate or the raspberry, because they're both wonderful.
Do you ever have people come in and say, I need a little piece of this and a little piece of that
All
together?
the time.
I wouldn't even think a little.
Or they share. People come in and share. That's what we do.
They don't.
Desserts.
We make sure that they taste everything they want to. And with our buffet, they can have as many desserts as they want to with their meal. And trust me, you'll be amazed. People get to taste a little bit of everything and they love it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And okay, so you have a big spread for Mother's Day. Do you have any other big events coming up that we should tell everybody about?
Sure.
While I drink, you can talk.
I'll take another sip too. Tell us about island hopping.
Every quarter of the year, we have a wine and spirits dinner. We just had one, and we have teams every time. The last one was Indian. So we went to a trip to India. Our chef prepared traditional Indian food, and we have a grand sommelier, then it will pair wine with each meal. Our wine and spinach dinner, it's a little different because we also have a cocktail hour with hors d'oeuvres. Now the next one is going to be June 27, and we're going to go island hopping. So we're going to have some very nice tropical drink as our complement to our hors d'oeuvres, and then our grand sommelier is going to introduce us to some new wines, and our chef is going to prepare everything you will find if you go to islands.
Sounds wonderful. You're always coming up with new ideas then, too.
Absolutely.
Keep it fresh. All right.
Absolutely.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, ladies, for sharing
Thank
your
you.
talents with us today. These were delicious cakes and drinks.
Absolutely
Great
wonderful.
pairings.
And
we
the
really-
cookies. The
Oh,
little cookies
and
are
there's-
so adorable too.
Oh, they
This
are.
one says "Mom" right on it. I'm going to try it too.
And we have to show everybody the special cookie that the cookies that they made for us, specially in the front.
For Talk of the Town.
For Talk of the Town. Special cookies with our little slogan on them.
That's
Very,
right.
Very nice. Linda and Teresa have brought a $50 gift certificate for one lucky viewer. Just visit our Facebook page and like the right photo for your chance to win. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
for having us.
And when Talk of the Town continues, we have some tips to help you get a better night's sleep. Stick around. Every month on Talk of the Town, we try and encourage everyone to get moving. And we get moving ourselves.
Yes, we do. But as you can see, today we're ready for something completely different. We have learned that the time that you spend tucked in and resting is just as important as the time you get that body moving.
That's right, and we're at the Sleep Center at Blue Mountain Health System, where we're going to find out just how important it is to get a good night's sleep. And I didn't get to bed till 1 in the morning last night, so I might even fall asleep. It's all dark and
A lot of times, like, we see patients coming in that they just think, you know, I'm just tired, I'm not sleeping well, but it really can affect their overall health. It really does. Generally, for us to function properly, we should get 8 good hours of sleep.
A sleep study can tell you if you are getting a good sleep. Some people may think they're sleeping 8 hours a night, but they could be waking up hundreds of times if they suffer from sleep apnea.
People underestimate what a good night's sleep can do. And see, a lot of times what we just think we're getting older, and that's why we're tired during the day. Sleep apnea does not happen overnight. I mean, it gradually happens, and we learn to adapt to it. I mean, if you're tired, you might drink an extra cup of coffee, you know, and that's where, when somebody is treated with sleep apnea and we can fix it in one night and they feel so much better, that's where they they really see the difference.
I feel very lucky because I have no sleep problems
Right,
whatsoever. So here we are trying to educate people about sleep problems, but I lay down in bed at night and I'm asleep. I don't remember
that's
trying
fantastic.
to fall asleep. So not remembering that you're trying to fall asleep is a great feeling.
Yes. Yeah.
But for the people that don't have that and really need to come to a place like that, well, we're going to be guinea pigs today, and tell us what you're going to do to us.
We'll try not to torture you too much. We're actually just we'll simulate what we would do to a patient when they come in. Obviously, you're already up here in the lab, so we'll just progress from that point on.
Oh wait, the fun's just begun, girls.
Not so bad. I'm ready for bed.
We try and keep their nighttime routine as close to his home. We do have a test to run though, so we can't leave them stay up till like 2 o'clock like if they normally do at home. But we try and simulate the home environment as much as possible.
None of this.
I'll be able to fall asleep with this on. Probably quickly too.
After our nap, the sleep center's staff decided Kim and I don't have any real sleep issues, except the ones everyone has occasionally. Our experts shared tips to help us to make sure it stays that way.
One of the biggest tips is don't watch TV in your bedroom. Believe it or not, they say once you go to bed at night, your body should be trained that you're there to sleep. So they tell you not to watch TV in bed. You can read something that would be more relaxing, but nothing that's really stimulus. Try to avoid exercise before bed. Try to avoid eating before bed.
But for many people with sleep apnea, their nights may be filled with real snoring, thrashing, and they may stop breathing. Many patients can be helped starting the very first night of treatment. CPAP, or continuous positive airway pressure, can be used to hold a patient's airway open. And very active sleep studies settle down to much more normal patterns. CPAP is a mask a patient wears while sleeping. It will take a little getting used to.
So just right inside the nostril. It will feel strange.
So you're doing good, keeping your mouth closed.
And hear how quiet it is with the machine
it's very
on.
Quiet.
Now imagine if she snored very loud every single night.
This would keep you quiet.
So just hold this over your nose. Do me a favor, try and hold your breath. Just try like maybe 10, 15 seconds until you feel the machine like force. Did you feel that?
Yeah, it's pushing, it's like breathe, breathe.
Exactly.
It's making you breathe.
Yeah, forces you
You
to
could
breathe.
actually hear it.
Most patients will really feel a difference after a week or so. Some patients, it just depends. Some takes a little bit longer. Some get used to it the first night. It just all depends. And a lot of it is too, if they have it in their mind that they want it to work, it makes a big difference, just like anything else.
In all seriousness, what we want you to take away from all of this is just how good you will feel if you are sleeping well.
And if you aren't sleeping well and your family tells you you snore or you're grumpy or you're tired, ask your doctor to send you to visit Kathy and Janine at the Sleep Center. They'll figure out what's going on and get you sleeping like a baby.
Yay. Well, there's still more talk of the town. When we come back, we'll talk about Memorial Day and how to respectfully observe the holiday. We can't forget an important holiday this month, Memorial Day. It's the day we honor the brave men and women who died serving our country in the armed forces.
Joining us are three people who really understand the importance of observing Memorial Day and observing it correctly. We have Henry DeRochers. He is the Director of Veterans Affairs for Carbon County. Ann Adams is the mother of A.J. Baddock, who lost his life serving our country. And Frances O'Donnell is a member of the American Legion in Jim Thorpe and a veteran of the Korean conflict. Thank you all very much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming out. And Henry, why don't we start with you? Tell us a little bit about Memorial Day and what it means.
Memorial Day is a day that it's incorporated in each person, how they present themselves and how they celebrate it. To myself, Memorial Day is not a day that is very spectacular. I was raised by a World War II veteran, so I was taught respect right off the bat in regards to veterans, what they have done for our country, sacrificing their lives. And that's what the day is to celebrate. The fact is to pay a tribute to our veterans who have died serving their country, so they could protect our services, you know, our freedoms, and to live a life that we do as we do in America.
To remember.
To remember.
All right, and Anne, I know where your mind is on Memorial Day.
Yes.
Tell us about your son and how he lost his life serving our country.
AJ was being escorted by the Kentucky National Guard, the MP unit. They always accompany the 82nd Airborne, or the MPs go with a troop. A Humvee fell into the canal, and AJ, of course, being a kayaker, an EMT and a volunteer fireman, thought it was his duty to jump in the canal and rescue. He did pull several out. He even undid their seatbelts in the Humvee underwater. The last soldier, Sergeant Potter from Kentucky, AJ handed him up to another sergeant. He didn't expect him to be that heavy. AJ was pulling them out in full gear. He handed him up and they dropped him. So they said, he's right here, and AJ said, okay, I'll get him. And he dove back down, and from what they understand, the Humvee swerved in the water and killed AJ.
So we know where your mind is and who your hero is that you think about on Memorial Day. What do you want the general public to know about what they should be thinking and what they should be doing on Memorial Day?
They should be thinking of our soldiers, our fallen soldiers, their parents. I myself go to Arlington, and it's a very calming and peaceful day for us. We walk around, we talk to other parents, brothers, sisters. We may have a bottle of champagne and make toast to our children and husbands. But it's a day that should be remembered for our soldiers. I understand about parties and picnics, but I think to honor them comes first.
Yeah, your son was truly a hero.
Yes.
And you need to be happy and remember him that way.
Yes.
Because he saved lives. That's amazing.
Yes.
It truly is.
Thank you.
And Frances, you have been a member of the American Legion for 60 years. You were in the Korean conflict. Tell us why Memorial Day is such an important day for you to remember.
Well, we're proud of all the veterans, living, deceased, but I don't think there's enough respect shown to the veterans on Memorial Day or all year round. It's my feeling. And we're very proud of AJ, who's a very good friend of mine, and I feel honored to be a friend of his when you come home.
Yeah.
So, lose my voice. I should have hired a speechwriter.
You're fine.
Where Kim got followed up, I have 12 stars on my hat here, and for each star is 5 years. So there's 60 years service in the American Legion.
We said that's a very heavy hat. That's why it's not on your head.
That's right. Well, I'm inside, and I don't wear the hat inside.
Okay.
Let's talk about the general public and what you'd like for them to do, because, you know, as a member of the general public, I feel like sometimes I'm not sure what the right thing is. You know, I want to do the right thing, but I'm not sure I know what it is.
I know a lot of people are not participating or attending our parades. I think even hold off your picnic, go to a parade, go to a cemetery, even if you don't know a veteran, you can just go.
And so many communities have just small memorial services,
Yes,
either at their
yes.
cemeteries or monuments.
Yes.
They're everywhere.
Yes.
Right?
The problem is that our veterans organizations spend 2 days, 2.5 days over the Memorial Day weekend, going to the monuments, going to the cemeteries, holding parades, trying to get other people involved. And it's unbelievable to see what our county does. We do have a Carbon County Veterans Council, and we share our ideas amongst the organizations. Unfortunately, the manpower of our organizations is dwindling. We do not have enough support, whether from other fraternal organizations and or the civic organizations. And we can only do so much, but yet we do spend a lot of time Memorial Day weekend attending to these cemeteries, putting the flags up, conducting services, honor guards. And my hope is we can spread it amongst the other organizations and, you know, the civic organizations too, and people just in general come out and support us and help us, because we can't do it ourselves. And actually, for our younger veterans today in the global war on terrorism folks, we need their help also.
Henry, you had a story that you wanted to share, so I'm not letting you get away without
Nope,
sharing
not at
your
all.
story.
This occurred to me within my first year when I was in the service back in the early 70s. I was a law enforcement specialist in the Air Force, and part of our jobs were to guard airplanes on the flight line. I unfortunately, every time I worked the midnight shift, I had the distinct honor of guarding a single airplane on the remotest flight line airstrip there in the base, where I was the only person to be there for an 8-hour shift. The only time I saw anybody else was when I was dropped off to my position and when I was picked up to be relieved of duty.
Wow.
And I've always asked what I was guarding. And finally somebody realized, you know, what I was thinking about all the time. So why was I there all the time? And it turned out to be, and this is the reason why I am really in tune with Memorial Day, by doing the cemeteries and working as the county director. That airplane was coming from South Vietnam, carrying our dead soldiers. And to this day, that stays with me all the time. So I feel honored that I was able to stand guard and to make sure nobody touched that airplane. So this is what I do today, and this is what I'd like to get to everybody out there. Please help us, because it is an honor to respect your veterans, especially and particularly the ones that died serving their country.
Absolutely. So it's okay to do the picnics and everybody enjoys their day off, but there is another purpose.
And if anyone has the opportunity to get to Arlington, there's more than the changing of the guards and John F. Kennedy's eternal flame. There's Section 60. That's where our sons and husbands and fathers are buried from Iraq and Afghanistan. And I don't think until anyone has seen Section 60 with the parents there on May 30th, sons and daughters, little children, I don't think they can appreciate what Arlington and what May 30th means until you spend it down there.
All right. Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And it's a reminder, everyone, on Memorial Day, get out and say thank you to a military soldier that you see, and please remember someone who maybe fought for you, and for his family, they're left without a member of their family. So say thank you. Thank you all so much for coming out and talking to us and sharing your stories of Memorial Day with all of us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And on behalf of all of us at Talk of the Town, and to all the military families out there, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was admiring your highlights. From way up here, they look really nice.
They are really nice highlights.